Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code ZIRK for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing something that I've seen a lot of people request for me to do, the best NFL 100 player for you guys to pick. Now, if you don't already know about this, you definitely need to take advantage of this, and you still can if you go on over to, of course, the challenge section and take a look at the NFL 100 solos. You can still play them if you have not played any of them. Maybe you just got the game today. You can still go back and take advantage of this. But next week, or I guess I should say this upcoming week, this upcoming Friday, we have got the last batch of NFL 100 players, which is going to be QBs. Now, we just got wide receivers, and there were at least 4 of them, so maybe we only see 4 quarterbacks as well, which means that Friday would be the final day, but if they decide to do 2 batches, then we'd have to wait until Saturday to do this. But either which way, with the NFL 100 promo, in case you guys have not been paying attention, the very first week this promo came out, they announced if you play all the challenges every single week, then you guys will go ahead and get a fantasy pack allowing you to go ahead and get one of these NFL 100 players. Now, we don't know just yet if it's going to be like literally every single player, like I'm talking a ton of players, or if it's just going to be a choice of 3. But either which way, I still want to give you guys my opinion on who I think is the best option, in case, you know, if it is just a choice of 3, then you can go with, you know, whichever one you think is the best, or if it's absolutely everyone, then you can take advantage of this, of course, and still, if it's choice 3, take advantage of what I'm saying, because I basically use every single player. I used Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Barry, Eric Dickerson. I used Lawrence Taylor. I've used Alan Page. I didn't use Bobby Bell or Deacon Jones, but I did, of course, use Willie Lanier, Amin Joe, Reggie White. All 3 of them are on my team. I used Dion. I used Devin Hester. I used Rod Woodson and Ronnie Lott as well. Tony G, of course, I also used. And offensively here, I've used Randy and Jerry Rice currently on my team. So I've used a lot of these players, and I've seen a lot of these players well in action, so I kind of have a feel for how they are. But if you guys do not already know about Zirkmas, I am giving away a $20 gift card every single day. All you guys have to do, drop a like on the video, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, and comment down below the secret word somewhere in this video. Comment down below that secret word in the comment section with a way to reach you, and do that on all my videos throughout the day, because I go through, I pick a random video at the end of the day, and I pick a winner based off whatever vid I choose. So it could be this vid, the last vid, the next vid. Make sure you guys do it in all my videos. But I am going to be going over my personal opinion, the best players for you to choose. Now, of course, this can change based on, honestly, your team. Like if you badly need a certain position. And the reason I'm not waiting for QBs to come out is because I feel like I want to keep you guys informed before quarterbacks. And if there is a QB that comes out you badly want, then go on and take them. Personally, though, I don't think I'll be making the switch to any QB unless it's maybe Steve Young. Potentially, if Steve Young comes out. But keep in mind, these are NAT, so whoever you choose, you can't auction them, and you can't trade them. So very important, whoever you take, you definitely want to keep. And also, in case you guys are wondering, you still can go back and go ahead and play all these challenges. I checked on my second account. You can go through and play all these challenges right now. So I have played the majority of them. If you have not, go back and play them right now. So the way I'm going to do this video is I'm going to go through each position, each batch of players that just came out, and I'm going to let you guys know my opinion on who is the best player from that specific batch. And in case you guys maybe need a certain position, like if you badly need a running back, you know my personal opinion on which one I think is the best. So let's get into running backs first up. There were the first batch players released. Emmitt Smith. I'm not that high on Emmitt. I'm going to be completely honest here. Emmitt Smith is solid overall. He's got 91 speed, 91 excel, 90 elusiveness, 86 trucking, 89 break tackle. He's just an overall balanced one. He's like the most balanced running back of everyone that came out. But to me, not really worth it. We also got Jim Brown here with 92 speed, 91 excel, 92 break tackle, 90 trucking. However, I'm going to say this about Jim Brown. We just recently got Amon Green, right? And I did a gameplay with Amon Green yesterday. Amon Green is Jim Brown, but better, because Amon Green actually gets he gets the jukebox chemistry or ability, and he also gets bruiser. So to me, Jim Brown, once that Amon Green card came out, he dipped way down in value for me. I'm not a big fan of them. However, the other 2 running backs that we have, Barry Sanders and Eric Dickerson, these 2 to me are definitely the best two. You can't go wrong with either of them. However, I'm going to say this. When it comes to running backs, and specifically the NFL 100 promo, they all have abilities on them that allow them to get their ability right off the start of the game. So Barry Sanders, you guys can see he gets first ones free 100, which basically means he has first ones free to start off the game. Now, it is twice as hard to get if you get knocked out of the zone. The way you get knocked out is you get tackled for a loss. So Barry, you know, first one's free is pretty good. You definitely can juke people out very easily, and the card itself is pretty solid as well. The 86 carrying, though, is one issue, and the trucking is not that high. For me speaking, and I think a lot of people can agree with this, I mean, literally everyone that I see uses him. Eric Dickerson currently is the best running back in the game. He has freight train to start the game, which I have played multiple games, and I'm talking a lot of games, where he does not lose at all game because people cannot tackle him beyond the line of scrimmage because he breaks the first tackle attempt basically every single time. Not just that, but he's got the same, you know, he's 94 speed, 93 excel, great carrying at 94, and he can truck with 92 trucking. To me, Eric Dickerson is the best running back, so if you guys need a running back and you happen to either get Eric Dickerson in your choice of 3, or if you do get to pick one, Eric Dickerson is a great choice. Now, next up, I want to talk about the tight ends and the offensive linemen, and I just want to let you guys know, I personally don't feel like it's worth it to use your fantasy pack choice on either Tony G or any of the offensive linemen. The reason is, basically with O-linemen, if you go with them, you're stuck with them because you can't put them at backup. Like, if you put them at backup, they're going to have 0 value to you. So you're going to want to start them all year long, and eventually these linemen will not be good enough. Like, we're going to get 98 overall, 99 overall offensive linemen down the road, and whoever you guys want to go with, you may want to end up powering up, because if you're going to have them as NAT on your team anyways, you might as well power them up and get them a little bit better since you're going to use them all year. Tony G, very solid tight end right now. However, there's going to be way better tight ends out. I think he's very good. You can always put him at tight end 2, tight end 3, but you really don't get much use out of them unless you run like a 2 tight end set, and I really just don't recommend you put him on linemen. Next up, let's move to the cornerback position. So if there's any cornerbacks that you guys want to use this on, we have 3 choices here. Rod Woodson, which I actually have got this Rod Woodson card on my team, powered up Rod Woodson. He plays very good, right? He's got, you know, 92 speed, 93 excel, 94 agility, 92 man, 90 zone coverage, catching of an 80, tackling of a 70, 90 jumping. His block shit as well is a 59. And his hit power is a 76. He's an overall very good cornerback. We also got Willie Brown, you know, with 92 speed, 90 excel, 90 agility, 93 man, 92 zone with 92 press, catching as well of a 79, tackling 69, jumping of a 90. He's also got a block shit of a 58 and a hit power of 78. However, when it comes to cornerbacks, Deion Sanders is king. That's just how it works. Every single year, Deion Sanders is just that guy. There are a very few select amount of players that I say every year, when he comes out, I get him. He doesn't leave my team. Deion Sanders is one of those players. Deion Sanders is absolutely amazing. 95 speed, 95 excel, 95 agility, 94 man, 91 zone coverage with 90 play recs, 79 press. I can't even say how many times it looked like Deion Sanders was going to get beat. But that speed, he was able to catch up. If it's like a corner route and I have a man coverage, there's been a lot of times where maybe the wide receiver will cut in and then he'll go to make the out cut and I'm like, oh crap, Deion got burnt. And they throw the ball, Deion jumps it for a pick. It's just automatic. Deion Sanders is just that guy. So I'm going to let you guys know, if you need a cornerback, I highly recommend you take Deion Sanders. And also just in general, like if you get Deion in your pack and you don't know if you want to go with Deion or not, I think Deion Sanders is one of the best possible choices if it is an overall fantasy pack of everyone. Deion is definitely somewhere near the top of my choices. Now also really quickly, I want to talk about the safeties. We do have Ronnie Lott and also we have Ed Reed. I will say one thing about Ronnie Lott, the card has been amazing for me. However, just like, you know, the other players like the tight end, the O-lineman, he's a safety, which unless you guys actually run, say, you know, a 3 safety set or you use your backup safeties a lot, I don't think he's worth using it on. I think the card is amazing. He's played very good for me. However, I would not take him as your free player unless you have like a 49ers theme team or something. And the same thing with Ed Reed. The one issue I have with Reed is Pat Tillman. A lot of people have Pat Tillman, and obviously, I'm not going to get rid of Pat Tillman to get Ed Reed because Pat Tillman's NAT. You cannot trade him, you cannot sell him, you cannot do anything with him. So you have to keep Pat Tillman on your team, and he's still, for me, like the best player on my team. He just is absolutely insane. He gets so many fumbles, he chases down people from behind. He is disgusting. Ed Reed is an amazing card, and I've seen this card in action. He is just absolutely a monster. But again, if you can't use him all year long, I don't want to take him as a free player choice. Now let's go over the defensive linemen. So out of all of the defensive linemen that we have a left end and Reggie White, we have a right end in Deacon Jones, and we have a DT of Mean Joe Green. I have used 2 of them. I have not used Deacon Jones, however, I'm going to show you guys a comparison here you need to see. But Reggie White, for me, has been incredible, okay? He has 79 speed, 87 excel, 94 power move with 94 block shed. He has been the biggest upgrade over my previous defensive end that I've seen all year long. I had Too Tall Jones before him. Making the jump from Too Tall to Reggie White has been the biggest jump I've seen so far. But still, I don't think it's worth using on Reggie White because once again, once you kind of get past him, like once we start to get, 97, 98 overall offensive linemen, he's not going to be able to do that much. So Reggie White, great pick, or a great player currently. However, I don't think he's a great pick. Also, when it comes to Deacon Jones, I think he's very good. There's a reason he's only 320K though. He's a 94. This is a 93. And you can see that he's only got better tackling and better play rec over Aaron Donald. To me, there's better options there. I like Aaron Donald a lot more. Aaron Donald will end up getting some sort of an upgrade soon. I don't think that Deacon Jones is a great option. Also, Mean Joe, again, and Alan Page as well. Both these guys, very, very good defensive tackles. Now, the difference is here, though, if you run a 4-3 defense, you may use 2 defensive tackles. If you use 2 defensive tackles, maybe it's not a bad choice to go ahead and pick either Alan Page or Mean Joe Green, because if you use 2 DTs all year long, I personally run a 3-4 defense, which means I only use 1 defensive tackle, but I actually don't use any defensive tackles because I run a big nickel scheme, so I really use my 2 defensive ends and then my 2 outside linebackers, and those are the guys on the defensive line for me. So I don't even use my DT that much. Mean Joe only comes in when I run a 3-4, which is not that often. So I like these cards. Mean Joe plays very good, but again, defensive tackle, not really the most important position. Now let's get into the linebackers. So we have got Willie Lanier here for 450K. You could go with him as an option if you want to, but I'm going to tell you guys this. Willie Lanier, great card so far. 87 speed, 87 excel, 94 block shed, 94 hit power. The issue is, right, he's amazing right now. This card, give it probably a month or maybe like a month and a half, and 87 speed is not going to cut it. We are getting, you may have noticed, we just got the NFL 100 wide receivers. We're getting a bunch of different wide receivers. You're about to see that speed really go up. Like, we already have Tony Gonzalez out, which he's extremely fast. We have Taysom Hill, who has 90 speed at tight end. Like, Will Lanier is great right now, but he is going to be too slow in about a month or so, because we're going to be getting consistently wide receivers with 92, 93, 94, 95 speed out. We're getting some wide receivers currently with a 94, 95 speed. He's going to be too slow. He's not going to be able to cover over the middle. His zone coverage is good. I like him because his zone is good. His speed is solid for now, and his block shed and hit power are very good currently. But eventually, that speed's going to be too low. I definitely don't recommend you guys take Willie Lanier. Also, at left outside linebacker, we have Bobby Bell, which the card is solid, 85 speed, 89 excel, 86 block shed, but he has like no pass rush at all with that 83, I believe it was, finesse move, and yeah, 83 finesse move, and his zone is an 85, which is good. So this is a solid outside linebacker you guys can put out there and use her, or you can cover with him. However, again, not a depth position. I don't think he's going to be that good. I will say one thing though, one outside linebacker and one defensive position that isn't a depth player that I would not fault you guys at all for choosing is Lawrence Taylor. This man is an absolute beast. I have Lawrence Taylor powered up, and like I always tell you, this is another one of those guys. You see the player, you get the player, he doesn't leave. Lawrence Taylor is that guy for me. Lawrence Taylor and Deion Sanders are one of the only people, or two of the only people that never leave my team, because Lawrence Taylor is an absolute beast. I will keep this card all year long until he gets another upgrade, and you guys can hold me to it. He will not leave my team. 88 speed, 91 excel, 90 block shed, 92 power move, 91 finesse move. He is a monster. He is a wrecking ball. And if you want a pass rusher, I recommend you get LT. And you don't have to get rid of him all year. It doesn't matter if there are 97 overall right outs and linebackers come out, 98 overall right outs and linebackers come out. He will get another upgrade this year. He'll get an Ultimate Legend down the road. They always give Lawrence Taylor one. And maybe a little bit later in the year, maybe like, February, March, maybe even they'll wait till April, whatever, to give him one. But he will get another card. And until then, I'm going to keep this guy on my team. He will not leave. So finally, let's get into the star wide receiver position, the final position that I have to go over with the NFL 100. So, out of all the wide receivers, who are your best options to go with? Well, we have Steve Largent out. Not the biggest fan of Steve Largent. Also, I know that I didn't go with the kicker and punter. Don't go with the kicker and punter. But Steve Largent, 89 speed, 86 jumping, 5'11". My opinion, a little bit too slow, honestly, at this point in the game. His catch stats rounding, all very good, but just too slow. Devin Hester is a game changer. But I will say this. I don't think he's worth taking as your NAT, because like I've said, with your NAT, you want to go with someone you can use all year long. We don't know when the next Devin Hester upgrade is going to be, and he is so good right now. Like, you can put, human joystick on him. He's got 95 speed. He's got the protective custody X factor, which is insane to start the game with, because you can literally just juke and spin all you want. He will never ever fumble the ball. But again, you have to be able to use these guys all year long. We're going to get other wide receivers with human joystick soon, and there's already, Brandon Cooks, who does get human joystick. Devin Hester is right now one of the best playmakers in the game. He won't be for that much longer. So Hester, great player currently, but won't be for that much longer. Larry Fitz, 90 speed, 96 jumping, 95 spec catch, 90 catch traffic, good route running as well. Very solid card, but again, not my number one pick. And then we also got Jerry Rice. Now it comes down to Jerry and Randy Moss. I don't think you guys need to I don't think I need to tell you who I think you should go with. I think you know. For wide receivers, it's by far Randy Moss. I mean, it's Randy Moss, man. He is just glitchy. 6'4". He's got 94 speed regularly, 95 jumping, 93 catching, 90 catching traffic, 95 spec catch. That's, of course, unpowered up, but if you take Randy, you're probably going to want to power the card up, because it's just how good Randy Moss is. You're going to want to keep him all year. I wouldn't fault you for taking Jerry Rice, because I think the card's actually pretty solid, but I'm going to go with Randy as one of the best options to go with as well. So those are my opinions on if you're going to get these players. Like, if you need a certain position, who do you go with? And in general, my top 5 players, I'm going to say, I suppose. My top 5, I'm going to give you guys right now. Number 1, I'm going to go with probably Randy Moss, because he's just the most unstoppable player in the game right now, currently anyways. Number 2, I'm actually going to not go with Eric Dickerson, even though I think that currently he is the second best player in the game, but we are going to get better running backs at some point in time, so I don't think he's the best option to actually choose. Number 2, I'm going to go with Deion Sanders, because he is by far one of the best cornerbacks in the game, the best cornerback in the game, and he will remain to be one of the best, and you can always keep him all year long. Number 3, I'm going to go with Lawrence Taylor, because again, one of those guys that you get and you never let them leave your team. You always keep them on the squad, never leave. Number 4, I am going to go with Eric Dickerson, because he is just absolutely incredible currently, and eventually, yeah, he might go out of style, but you can always put him a backup running back, and that's okay. And even for right now, like, honestly, it's tough to say when this card's not going to be good. I'm going to need like a 97 overall running back for me to not want to use this Eric Dickerson card, and that'll probably be like a couple of months. And at number 5, I'm going to go with Jerry Rice, because he's currently one of the best wide receivers in the game. He has played very good for me. I would put him at number 2 in terms of wide receivers in the game currently, behind Randy Moss. I have overall receivers. I think that if you're going to go with a wide receiver that you want to go ahead and pick up and be like a playmaker, Devin Hester's number 2 because human joystick currently, but Jerry Rice has played very good, and I've used basically all wide receivers in this game. I used Torrey Holt, 96 overall here. I have used the Brandon Cooks Series 4 Master. The card's pretty dang good as well. But for me, Jerry's played so good, I'm putting him at number 2 wide receivers and number 5 overall. Keep in mind, depth positions are key for when you're choosing an NAT card, because you can never use them. You can't sell them, you can't trade them or anything. So you basically are stuck with them all year long. So you want to go with someone you can use all year long, maybe someone you want to power up as well. But with that being said, that is my options of the best free NFL 100 players for you guys to pick. Again, I don't know if it's going to be an entire pack full of whatever player you want to pick. Go ahead and pick. Or if it's going to be a choice of 3, but that's why I went through every single position, in case you guys happen to get whatever single player, you know, my personal opinion on. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.